Okay, so I'd like to tell you a true story of something that happened just yesterday with one of our clients. And the reason I'm telling you this story is because, one, it's a great story, but two, it's a story that you need to repeat for yourself. You need to do this for yourself. So let me give you the big picture. There was a post that we put out for this particular client, and that singular post garnered more engagement than every single post we put out combined the month before. Absolutely insane, but that's what happened. And I'm not saying that you need to do this for vanity, because the reason that it garnered more engagement was that it garnered more meaningful engagement because she told her story. There's so many of us that are so afraid of actually telling the truth of our story, of our history. We want to talk about the good times. We want to talk about the flowery times. We want to talk about the things that were great. We want to talk about success. This post said, I quit. And she talked about the time when she walked out of her business and quit. Literally went to lunch and did not come back. Now, of course, it's a great story. Everybody wants to say, why did you quit? What happened? Right? But here's what really took form inside of her telling that story. And this is the point that I want you to get. So, one, yes, tell your story, but there's a way in which you tell your story, because you don't just tell it, okay, this is what happened, blah blah blah, this is what happened, right? There was passion behind it, because she was telling of the true raw emotional state that she was in. But within telling that raw emotional state, she used some terms, and we call these terms in language, right? We even have an exercise that we help you go through, called the movement language, where she used some terms in there, that those terms that she used resonated deeply with her, but they also resonated deeply with her audience. Because what she was able to tap into in that moment is, even though her audience had not quit, they all understood that feeling. When she encapsulated and used those terms that brought forth her emotion and birthed her emotion, her audience was able to latch on and say, yes, I feel that too. I understand that too. I live that too. Now, it's interesting because you've heard me say this is not about vanity metrics, right? And so I said a little bit earlier, it's about meaningful engagement. So the meaningful engagement there was we're measuring is the comments that people left. So it's not about the likes. So yes, she got more views and or whatever, but we're looking at the comments. We're looking at who shared it, and here was the kicker. Here was the kicker, because we had a meeting yesterday, and I came into this meeting to talk to her about this post, and she came into the meeting, unbeknownst to me, to talk about this post and about how she's been on the road at her speaking engagements, and people have been talking to her about that post because it resonated. Because it resonated. You see, when you take your story and then you encapsulate your emotion into language that connects with your audience, you create content that galvanizes people to you, and people say, yes, I can relate. You see, we get so focused on trying to sell our thing. We get so focused on trying to solve our immediate problem today of, we need to make a sale, we need more customers, whatever it is, that we're forgetting to go back and really truly connect with our audience. And that's why you hear me all the time say you've got to be obsessed with your audience. You must be obsessed with your audience and learning to communicate with them at the level where they are and where they need communication. Because here's the fun part about my client. As much as we went through all of this, when we were all done, she was a little frustrated because she was like, I don't like creating that kind of content. I said, yeah, but that's what your audience wants. That's what they are looking for from you. And it's not about us. It's never about us. We always want to think that it is because we're the one creating the content. It's not about us. It's about our audience. And it's about helping them get the win and get to their future state. It's about helping them accomplish the thing that they need to, want to, must accomplish so that they can live their superhero life. That's the point. Share your story. Find it in your heart. Find those emotions. Share your story.